morning. Welcome back to SV Basic. Last week, we left the dock. We've been on the hook now for 4 days. And it's good. It's a good feeling. We finished up our solar project, and even on an overcast day like this, we're putting out 15, 20 amps of power. On a good sunny day, we've been putting out 25 to 30 amps of power. And that's just on this 500 watt solar array. I could not be happier. We're making much more power than we're using right now. But while we're on the hook, we're still getting a couple projects done. My next one is right here. We're going to be adding the Ray Marine Axiom 12-inch Chartplotter. You remember when we were on the hard, I added the transducer for that. It was the Real Vision sonar transducer. So it'd be nice to get this hooked up along with the sonar before we leave. It's a good project, and I'm going to tackle it today. Let's get to work. All I could smell is lunch right now. What do we got going in here?
Salad.
What kind of salad?
I'm doing an Asian salad.
Smells delicious.
Are you done?
I'm not done, but I'm ready for lunch.
All right, it's almost done.
Gotta get all of it.
What can I say? She's a growing kid.
Okay, go ahead and insert it.
Can I tell you I almost had this upside down?
Do not it upside down. Put it in. Try not to scratch anything on the way in. Can you get it in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put the retainer bolts on the back side here in a second. That worked out pretty slick, actually. I put this access port in to reach the top of the Capilano, and it's perfect for getting to the back side of our new Chartplotter. Okay, the next thing I had to do was run the lead from our new transducer up and tap into this. I have a wire chase running under the stairs here. So we tapped into it here. It goes under the stairs, behind the washer dryer, up to here, out here, and it actually goes under the galley. It runs underneath all the cabinetry. But in order for me to gain access, I had to gut every cupboard out. I don't think I made many friends today. It came under here, up into here. Look at this. Shredded the cockpit. Goes into here and up there. Once it goes up there, it comes up through this, and look at this. I just made it with 1.5 feet to spare. What do you think?
You made a mess.
But we have a transducer. Okay, all the connections to our new Chartplotter have been made. Let's go outside and fire it up, see if it works. That's a good sign. Okay, I'm happy with that, but no time to play with this right now because we have too much to do. It's a beautiful day, but look at this. All new projects, and this is a major one. This one we've been putting off, I'll admit it, because we've had so many other things to do, but we're forced to do this now. This is going to be deck hardware, rigging, and sales. Lynn's going through right now, sorting out just boxes of hardware we've taken off, cleaning it up, and we're figuring out what we could salvage, what we could save, what we could reuse, but a lot of this is being replaced. So we'll be going through that today. We have a new deck plan. Okay, I'm gonna break this project into 3 different phases. The first phase is gonna handle the jib track, the jib halyard, spinnaker halyard, all led back to this winch here. Phase 2 will be a second winch with the main halyard, topping lift, and a new rigid stack pack for our boom and new mainsail. Phase 3 will be a new Genoa tracks, and 2 winches aft to control that. It's a big project, so we're just going to tackle one at a time. Phase 1, that's what we're doing right now with a new jib track, and all the hardware associated with that. And we just got to start laying all this out. We have a lot to do. Let's get to work.
Yeah.
And 2, back down. 2, 20. 26. 1, 2.
So the conditions at the anchorage here have been just, almost perfect for us. We're facing north most of the time, and that's the direction of the wind. But tomorrow night it changes. We're gonna have 15 to 20 out of the south. So this will be a lee shore. It's a good chance for us to get out of here. So we'll probably take off tomorrow morning, head up to Lopez Island. Be nice to check out a new anchorage and get a couple of projects done while we're there. We'll leave tomorrow morning. It's kind of an overcast day, but I think we'll head into town first, do a little shopping, run some errands, and Port Townsend has their big wooden boat festival, so that'd be fun to do. So we'll check that out.
Townsend was having their annual wooden boat festival, so it was nice to spend our last day here and be able to experience this wonderful event. All of the anchorages around Port Townsend were crowded with boats that had come in for this event from all around the area. We had fun browsing through all the local shops and vendors. I got a new bracelet and some new glasses. They're really cool. The Wooden Boat Festival was huge with hundreds of boats, good food, and lots of people. It was really cool walking around and looking at all the boats and talking to all the owners about their history. You can really tell that they love their boats. We had a great day and it was nice spending it with the friendly people in this town. Goodbye, Port Townsend. We will always remember you.
Okay, I'm out on the foredeck right now. It's Indian Island in the background, and it's just lighting up with lightning. There's storms brewing south of us, and that's why we're getting out of this anchorage for tomorrow. As soon as day breaks, we're heading out of here. They're not calling for big winds tonight, but rain and thunderstorms are a potential. I can see them brewing south of us, so that's why we're going to start moving. We'll get up to a nice anchorage that has southern protection. This one is a great northern protection anchorage, but out of the south, I don't trust it. It's kind of eerie. Anyway, wow, it's getting closer. You know, we don't usually have this kind of storms in Washington, but there's a lot of energy in this system that's coming by. It's a good time to leave.
Just made some coffee, and Teal is building our route because we are heading out this morning. Kind of excited. It was a huge thunderstorm yesterday, so everything is wet. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Okay, looks like an easy run. 29 nautical miles. Looks like we have perfect conditions. The wind is going to be on our tail. I have my coffee. And let's get that anchor pulled up. Mucky bottom, huh? Feels good to be underway again. Look at this. There's Fort Worden right here and Point Wilson here. We're going to be into about a 4.5 knot current for about a mile. So our speed's gonna slow down over ground. Once we get through it though, we'll be riding with it. Currents are pretty extreme coming around the point here. No worries. It's just nice and flat out here. Winds aren't gonna be on our back here soon. We have a cross current here, hitting us about 5 knots on our port beam. So we're slipping hard, but we're plowing through it. Okay, we're on the approach of the San Juan Channel here. This is actually San Juan Island here, Shaw Island straight ahead, Lopez Island here, and Long Island is right here. We're running with the current now. We're doing about 8.5 knots. We're still not pushing the engines much. I'm still running them lower RPMs than they're designed. I know. I'm kicking them up a little bit more each trip as I build confidence. So we're just cooking along at a nice, decent 2200 RPMs. Probably kick it up to 25 on the next little trip here. Gotta miss seaplanes. There's one now. Probably came out of Lake Union. We did have an issue though with our starboard engine on the way up here. We were getting a little bit of steam, actually quite a bit of steam out of the exhaust. And I had to, out in the middle of the Strait of Juan de Fuca, we shut the engine down and tried to diagnose it, jumped on some forums, couldn't find any answers. What I ended up doing was I found that the seawater strainer was only half full, had air in it. So I rebled the cooling system, the seawater intake. As soon as I filled that up, fired it right up, steam instantly went away. So it's good to know. It wasn't an issue of cooling the engine. The engine was fine. I was taking readings on both engines and they were both at the same temperature, but it was in my wet exhaust system. I wasn't cooling the exhaust system enough, so it was vaporizing that seawater as it was going through. As soon as I figured it out, problem went away. I feel real good about that. Anyway, we're cooking in here at a nice clip. Gonna head up here to an anchorage, probably about less than an hour from now. Things are going pretty smooth though, now.
So we're just entering Fisherman's Bay, and it was kind of hairy because at high tide it was only at the shallowest end, it was 9 feet below us. So kind of intimidating coming into an area that you haven't been before and not knowing if there was submerged rocks or anything. But we did it and it's gorgeous.
Well, here we are tucked into Fisherman's Bay. It's a great little anchorage. It's kind of filled with mooring balls and anchored boats. The entrance is narrow, a little tricky to get into, but if you follow the guidebooks and the charts, it brings you right in here. Opens up to this beautiful bay. There's got to be, I don't know, 70 boats in here right now. Just beautiful day. We'll be here a couple days, try to get a couple projects done before we head to the next anchorage. But this looks like a fun little place to explore, so that's what we'll do.
We saw a rabbit, we saw a bunch of cute shops. I could have stayed there forever, but we gotta go back to the boat because today's my first day of school.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of Onboard Lifestyle. Now that we're on the move, our highest priority is getting our sails and rigging back in shape because I want to sail. I don't know about you guys.
I want to.
We're not a powerboat.
Anyways, guys, please come back next week to see one of our cool new videos. See you then.
Bye.